We are live. Yep, it's off the cuff, unedited, just me and you. This is what we got to do. It's that partnership thing, right? And looky here, you got your ear, and I we have gone back in time, folks. We have gone back in time. Yes, and where are we at? Do you remember 2008? What the heck happened in 2008? Holy cow! Remember that 2008 thing? I think the biggest thing about 2008 was, I think it was like a market crash, right? Yes, we are looking at a new moon, and it's not just any new moon, folks. I was given this date to look at. I mean, the Father is absolutely pounding away at my heart. And I'll try to keep as many giggles out of as possible because you want to laugh at things because you can't believe when you look at the charts and then you follow the news that there's that much honest and true. Honest and true, that's like redundant. There's just that much authentic information, right? The information is authentic and it hasn't been censored off the news press, right? Holy cow, cancer. why do why are cancers so moody and why are they oh we also really know we once we get done with this podcast we'll know why Tom Cruise is the character that he is. Why he likes these Mission Impossible movies and these. Yeah, we're gonna know this really quick here, eh? Yeah, I've been somewhat good tonight. I've had about half a container of eggnog here, half a cup, and it's got a little bit of it. It's got a little bit of spice drum in there, but I'm trying to keep it like sensible so I don't get too delirious and I don't flop the words around. Because you guys got to take me serious, right? It's the moon. It's the new moon. It is what new moon is this? This is July 2nd, 2008. The moon is 11 degrees, and it's not just any moon. It's actually a moon and sun. You know, it's a new moon. It's a conjunction. Venus is not too far away in Cancer. It's a new moon at 11 degrees, which is only 2 degrees from my Mercury, so we are definitely bound to be here. And once again, when you look at this date, when you pull this date out, please take it to the most major localized city that you live next to, and then apply your chart to this chart, right? So, look where we are. Yes. July 2nd. 11 days, almost 12 days, 11 and a half days into Cancer. We have the new moon. The power is, the crossover energy is just going off the first decant into the second decant. And now it's time to learn about some astrology, folks. Holy cow. About some planets. Now look at this. Look what we have here. Where is Pluto? Yes, Pluto is almost at the same point of Sagittarius that he is currently in with Capricorn. Yeah. So many years ago in 2008. Do you remember that date? It's all about fate. And look where Jupiter is. Jupiter is opposed to the moon. And now remember, when you look at all these glyphs, it's so hard, it's so easy, you get so confusing, you look at this, oh my lord, it's so overwhelming, you see the trines, and you see all the trines, and you see all the squares, and you see all the oppositions, and you see all the glyphs, and you know that every degree of the zodiac has a paragraph about it, maybe 3 paragraphs. Houses, each house of the zodiac has books of information, right? But how do we find simplicity out of any of this? Is to look at the planets, right? And to look at the rulership of the planets and what they actually rule. Because when we look at the headlines for this day, and we know that the sun is in Cancer, and we know that Venus is in Cancer, and we know that Ceres right here is in Cancer. Correct me if I'm not right. That's Juno. I think this is Pallas Athena, and I think this one's Vista. I don't study all of them, but I think that's what those are. I'm pretty sure about it. And there's the node up here at 18 degrees Leo. But let's look at this Pluto guy. What is he doing at that 29th degree mark? Holy cow, because this is what we're studying so much about right now. I mean, all this astrology is coming to the fore right now, and we're getting ready to go into the Aquarius place of this Pluto guy, and we're really going to have knowledge about this Pluto guy. Because remember, this moon is just a tide, right? It's an emotional tide. I will get into a whole entire episode here just going over the rulerships of the moon, right? Before we do so, because, Pluto rules the mass, right? And moon rules the water, right? Jupiter rules the arrow and the rocket. And what does Pluto rule? Well, before we look at these headlines tonight, which I'm going to blow you away with the headlines. Holy cow, why does Tom Cruise have to be like he is, eh? Well, we're going to find it really quick here. Let me flip over my little book here. And I have a small selection. Pluto has a fair amount of keywords, maybe 50. Abattoirs. This is Pluto, right? Abattoirs, abduction, abyss, adulterate, ambushes, amnesia, annihilation, anonymous, assassination. Sorry, I've had just a little bit, not too much. I'm really trying to be good tonight. Okay, so you can listen to me. It's just I'm after work, and I want to get down and talk to you about this right here. So relax a little bit. My roommate stresses me out. So here we go. Abattoirs. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. Abduction, abyss, adulterate, ambushes, amnesia, annihilation, anonymous, assassination, assassins, atomic energy, atrocities, autopsies, bad, baffle, bandits, bequeath, betrayal, black magic, blowflies, bootlegger, booze, brimstone, fire and, bulk goods, calamities, callous, Charon, cartels, powerful, catastrophes, cesspools, chasms, clubs, combines, large, compulsion, conscious, contempt, convicts, corruption, covetous, cremation, crematories, crime, organized, criminals, crowd, death, defiance, defilement, degenerate, to degradations, demolition, yes, demonic, demons, depravity, destruction, total, destruction self, detectives, dice, dictators, embalming, enigmas, epidemics, eradicate, evil, evolution, expunge, expurgate, can I pronounce that? Fanatical, fanatics, felons, fetide, fendish, filth, foul, fumigate, gangland, gangsters, gargantuan, genocide, gigantic, godless, graves, groups, guillotine, guilty, gunman, Hades, hag, havoc, hell, holocaust, hoodlums, horror, huge organizations, immoral, immortal, impelling, impure, indifferent, infernal, infernos, insatiable, inscrutable, intemperate, kidnapping, laser beams, lawlessness, lice, looting, lust, maggots, magic, black, malefactor, malevolent, mammoth, marshes, massacres, menace. Do we need to go on? Mephistopheles, metamorphosis, mobs, mob violence, mire, miscreant, mole, monster, monstrous, murder, murder mass, nefarious, nudism, nihilist, null, nullify, obliteration, obscure, arduous, organized crime, orgies, outrageous, passionate, perdition, perdition, perpetration, plagues, plutonium, pollution, prostate, pungent, purgatory, yeah, purge too, purge, yeah, purification, putrid, rocketeers, sorry, not rocketeers, Freudian slip, racketeers, ransom, rape, ravage, readjustment, recuperation, regenerate, regementation, reincarnation, relentless, renewal, yeah, renewal, reprobate, reproduction, reverse, rogue, rotten, rotting, rubbish, sadistic, savage, savages, scavengers, scorn, scorpions, sedition, septic, tanks, severe, sewage, sewers, sexual, sinister, siren, slime, slough, smut, spoil, stolen, stool pigeon, subconscious, subnormal, sulfurous, superphysical, swag, tactic turn, tapeworms, team, terrible, terror, terrorist, terse, trade unions, transformation, treachery, tyranny, tyrants, underworld, ungodly, unknown, the unscrupulous, vampires, vanish, fast, vermin, vice, victimization, victims, vile, vindictive, violence, voodoo, war, waste, wicked, wreckers, wrecks, wretched. Excuse me, a little dried out. Not bad. I've had half an eggnog. It's Christmas, right? And Pluto. Putin is what? Putin is a Scorpio ascendant at 3 degrees. Holy cow! Nothing holy about that, Sal. He's a dirty little guy named Putin. Yeah. Yeah, what happens when a Libra gets mixed with a Scorpio? You never know. But look, here we go. We're going to look at this. As I said, Pluto is he's just moving out of the sign of the rockets. Yeah. The arrow, Sagittarius, the abundance of arrows and rockets, yeah. So he's just moving out. 2008. Here it is, 2008. July 2nd, 2008, and it's a Wednesday. Yeah, the new moon's on the Wednesday, and here I am, a Wednesday's child. Wednesday's child, one of woe. And now that we've seen this, because the moon is a fleeting customer, right? She rules this Cancer house, right? But look where they are. They're opposing, these planets are opposing this Jupiter planet, which is the planet of philosophy and higher learning, but he's in Capricorn. So Jupiter, while he's in Capricorn in retrograde, he's going to be, mixing it up with Saturn. And Pluto's on that last degree. I mean, he's in retrograde, so he's going to go backwards. This is summer, so things are in retrograde already. The retrograde season has already started. And look where we got everything here. So, not to make this episode too long, and we see, because we talked about a lot about what legacy and what Pluto has. So let's move over and let's take a look at the headlines, right? Because we know where we are now. We're getting ready to go into Aquarius, and we know what's going to really change about this time of Aquarius, because Pluto is going to, he's going to rule. He's going to be out there setting off his high frequencies in this Aquarius sign, right? A sign of unpredictable events, a sign of sudden upheavals, a sign of humanity, but at the same time, uh, sign of selfishness, right? Aquarius is these flip sides. These are flip sides to these planets, right? So let's pull this down. We've looked at this chart. We're looking at the chart. As I said, I don't want this is set for right here where I'm at. The idea is for you to set the chart and place it against your life and where you were on the stage, right? Because we're gonna go through this. I was, you know, it was put on my heart by the Father, the person that actually made me a Leo with a Jupiter in Leo, with the moon in Pisces at 27 degrees. Holy cow. My sun is trying my moon, even though my sun is in Leo at 2 degrees 34 minutes, right? And here my moon is at 26 degrees, almost 27 degrees. Pisces, right? I've been undergoing a Neptune and Pisces transit, over my moon, right? Because my moon's at the last, last 4 degrees, 26, almost 27 degrees, Pisces. That's where my moon is. So here we go. Let's look at the news for Wednesday's child with the new moon Cancer. We're going to pull this down and we're going to push this up here. And we're at France 24. France 24, okay? 2 and 4 are 6. Okay, let's go. Now, remember, 2008, 8 minus 2 is 6, and July is what? July is the 7th month of the year, okay? Here we go. Wednesday, the 2nd. I was born on Wednesday, as I said before. I was born on Wednesday, the 26th. Okay, look at this is the headlines. We're going to go through this headline things, and we're going to find out if we can look through here and start looking at these keywords, and we start pulling out the planets. So we got sandstorms and suicide bombers. Zimbabwe hails AU resolution for United Government. Mongolia president declares state of emergency. This is one day. Turkish police detains journalists. Ex-generals. Versailles Golden Gates reach after 200 years. Versailles Golden Gates recreated after 200 years. There you go. Dozens killed in Somalia fighting. Zambian president in France after surgery. EU trade chief Mandelson trades barbs with Sarkozy. U.S. drops Mandela from terrorist list. Bill Clinton to support Barack Obama. Bill Clinton to support Barack Obama. I've only had to have a drink, folks. I'm sorry. It's a Mercury retrograde. Spain keeps on celebrating Euro title. Hatem Ben Arfa finally joins Marseille. Look at this stuff that's going down here. Keep on going here. Look at this. This much better prepared for hunger. Like, there's all kinds of stuff. Starbucks to close 600 outperforming stores. Holy cow. Starbucks to close 600 underperforming stores. Holy cow. Okay, underworld, underperforming, right? Stores. Sorry, Starbucks, it's a coffee shop, right? It's a Cancer. It's a new moon. Several killed in Mongolia riots. It's that kill thing, right? Holy cow. McCain campaigns in Mexico, Colombia. At least 4 dead in Jerusalem bulldozer attack. Remember that one? Quebec to celebrate 400th anniversary. UK bans Hezbollah's military wig. And look at this. UK bans Hezbollah's military wig. How many years ago is this? The Hezbollah is still in the news, all the way back there. Perzel and Colin break 2 backstroke records. Holy cow, backstroke, right? It's not the breaststroke, it's backstroke, right? And of course, where's Jupiter? Jupiter's in Sagittarius, right? No, Jupiter is in Capricorn, which rules the back, right? The stroke, the motion of the stroke is Jupiter, right? Star dancer bids farewell to Paris opera. Star dancer bids farewell to Paris opera. Opera. Sorry, my fault. Tizan Figueroa rejects. I can't pronounce some of this stuff. Tiz Van Gero rejects talks with Mugabe. Right. The precious lines of Karl Lagerfeld. Lagerfeld. Holy cow! You know what? I was given by my stepmother some Lagerfeld cologne. It's a true thing. Hezbollah chief agrees to prison swap with Israel. I mean, how many years earlier, and these names are still coming up, right? Rabobank to pay for dumping Rasmussen, right? Rabobank to pay for dumping Rasmussen. Provisional release of war crime suspect. Hamas sent video of Gilad Shalit to Egypt. Send your reactions to Ingrid Battercone's rescue. Indescribable joy for Betan's Cork son. You know, oil surges above $144 on U.S. inventory drop. Yeah. And what happened a few months later when that sun moved into Libra? We got to talk about a stock market crash. NATO and Federer stroll into Simi's. Ex-hostage relatives. Words fail us. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I try my best in this. It's my first time I've read through that. At least we try. We gotta try, right? I'm new at this, but the biggest thing is this is a Wednesday, which is ruled by Mercury, right? And we just we go through and we start picking out, like surgery is Mars, right? We pick through the words, right? And when you pick through the words, we find the planets to go with them, right? This is astrology. This is what we're looking at. And this is the new moon Cancer before Pluto decides. Oh, he doesn't really decide. He's pulled into Capricorn, right? And you can see it all happening. It's a new moon situation, right? It's this cardinal time. And you look where Jupiter is. Look how Jupiter is opposed Venus, right? Yeah, look at that. Look how Jupiter's opposed Venus perfectly, right? It's like not quite perfectly. It's 11 degrees out. And here we have the moon 11 minutes out. My fault. And here we have the moon at 11 degrees, 32 minutes. Cancer, you know. And this part of Cancer is, you're moving into the Cancer Scorpio. You're moving into that Cancer Scorpio. That's the reason why I decided to read through this Pluto stuff, because the 11th degree, we're moving right into that Cancer Scorpio decant of Cancer, right? And there it is, and that's why we had to pull up this Pluto thing, because Pluto is just moving out of, he's got some tidying up to do, right? He's in retrograde. And he's going to stick there. Right? He's going to hang out there in Sagittarius for a few months until he goes forward, and then he's going to crawl out into Capricorn. And then we get to see all the stuff, for this many years, since 2008 to present. You see how these people, how these organizations, how all this money has put together all these things of demolition for our new transit that is happening only a month away as Pluto enters into Aquarius. We are going to be so in tune of what to expect when Pluto gets into Aquarius. We're going to really be on top of it, because we're going to see everything. I've just showed you one new moon, period, right? One new moon. And there's 365 days of the year. And there's 365 days living with Pluto. And there's 365 days living with all these other planets, right? But it's this reformation we're supposed to be doing, right? Yeah. To live this many years just to come back and to review the last, what is it? How many years is this, right? 2008 to 12, and now we're in 2000. It's going to be not quite 15 years, right? 15 years of Pluto and Capricorn. And you see what's happening at the cusp of Sagittarius, and we will go through that mutable sign of Sagittarius, that fire mutable sign of Sagittarius, and we will dig up everything we can find on Pluto there, because as you see, Pluto most of the time is up to no good, right? Yeah. So when he goes retrograde, he's up to more no good, right? Scorpio, eh? Gotta watch these Scorpio ascendant people. Gotta watch these Scorpios. Period. Hey, look at that. Look at what that Scorpio. Look at what that. When you review this video, and you listen to all those words, and most, even the ones I couldn't pronounce properly, but it's the first time I read that list in a while. We're getting ready. We're getting used to talking again, folks. I mean, as I said before, with my job, I live pretty isolated, and my roommate is very challenged with English, so I don't get to communicate too much, and most of the time I spend my time painting or drawing or rendering photographs and reading other people's writing. But here we are. We are going to create the thesis of all thesis over the next X amount of days, because the sun's in Capricorn now. So now that the sun's in Capricorn, and me being a Leo, we're going to illuminate that Capricorn. We're going to illuminate that Pluto in Capricorn over the last 15 years, eh? We're going to shed all the light on what that Pluto guy's doing, and we're going to know it's the bad Pluto in you is what we're looking to say pew to. But look, guys, I hope you like this really short account. This is France 24, archives for Wednesday, the 2nd, July 28. You can find it online. July 2008. You can find it online. As you can see, Cancer is it's a cardinal place, eh? I mean, Capricorn is right, and when Jupiter is in Capricorn opposed the new moon, there's an abundance of cardinal things to look at. Look, I hope you enjoyed this really brief episode, and you got some keywords to play with here, and you got a transcript, right? So I'll let you go, and I tried not to fumble my words too much. As I said, I've been trying to be really good with the substance and cleaning myself up, so I know that the least amount I drink and the least amount I partake in other things that help you relax or negatively escape, I'm putting all that stuff to the side, so my head's going to become more normal, and we're going to make things go. We're going to give everyone full education about what we can expect for the years to come. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow.